I've got my sounder set up for my other kayak. It just mounts straight onto a small ram ball, so planning to put that on there. Because I've only got one sounder which is going to be moving between the kayaks, it's obviously got to be the same mounting for each, whichever one I use. Yes, gotcha! Happy Yeti! So, after a lot of thought, I was originally going to put the ball over here. I'm actually going to end up putting it over here. A little indent, which means that it's actually not quite level, but close enough to level that it won't matter if I'm loading upside down. It's not going to get in the way, get caught on anything. And then obviously that's going to be sitting, and I'm going to be sitting, let's say about here, so it won't be quite that far away. And the sounder will be up on the stand to reach for. So in lieu of having a pencil that's long enough, I'm just going to do it straight by eye. Got a little awl, so I'll put that in there. Bit of a scratch on the hull and each point. Done. Now I've got my marks to drill to. Okay, so I've got it propped up on a pool noodle underneath just to give me a bit of stability. Gonna drill a little pilot hole just because, you know, I'm scared and I don't have really the proper tools, so well, that was easy. Pilot hole in each spot. Alright, so we'll just check. Yes, we're in the right spot. This is actually the first time I've drilled a hole in a kayak, so I'm a little bit scared, to be honest. Need to next size up. Nope, it's a 5. Bolt goes in, you beauty. Bolt on, bolts in. Now for the tricky bit. I'm going to get this onto those bolts under there. Fortunately they're splayed just enough that it puts a bit of tension on it. And the little lock nuts on. So what I didn't show you is that that little backing plate has the grooves that will hold the nuts once they get screwed in a little bit. So as I say, you've got the grooves in there, so I've just pushed the bolt up until the grooves are in, so the nuts are in the groove, so I can just use a screwdriver to, well, I hoped I could use a screwdriver, but it looks like I'm going to have to hold it. Alright, that plan's not working. I'm going to get a socket set. So I've just got a little socket in there. Are actually going the right way. They are. Easy to do it with a screwdriver. So after a few minutes of frustration, I've realised that the best way to do it is make sure the nuts are already into the backing plate and then actually pull up on the ball. Oops, the wrong way. As you screw down the screws, because that'll hold your nuts in place. Why won't you go in there? Still feel it slipping. So there we have it. After about half an hour of cursing the fact that I couldn't get the lock nuts to go up in the sleeve inside and a bit of assistance, she's on. So ram arm. Done. Now I've got to get used to having it on the opposite side of the kayak. Oh well, the things we struggle with. So there it is. Transducer hanging down off that little gear track. She's never going to be a real fishing weapon, but she's functional. I'll have to figure out, the next thing I need to do is figure out a better place to stash the battery. But for this weekend, that's going to have to do. But she's ready to roll.